Yes, 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 yes. If you haven't heard by now, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has won, and he has won the Super Welterweight Championship fight against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Yep, the fight went down last night at the MGM Grand, and I noticed a lot of things going on in that fight. So here I am to recap the top 5 fuckery moments of last night. Number 5. Bugatti Biebs, aka Justin Bieber, walking out Floyd Mayweather to the ring. It's clear that Ray J, or Ray Weather Jr. as I call him, is still on punishment. He is not returned to the money team. And now Bugatti Biebs, aka the White Tupac, has taken his place. Not only that, we had Tank, which I don't know how he got into MGM Grand, singing the national anthem, and he's messing up the lyrics. Number 4, Canelo Alvarez swinging at the ropes and dodging punches when Floyd isn't even throwing them. It's obvious for anyone who saw the fight last night. It was 12 rounds of pure struggle by Canelo Alvarez. He was confused. He didn't know how to attack Floyd Mayweather. And at points, he didn't know when Floyd Mayweather was attacking him. So he was dodging punches even when they weren't even been thrown. And he was so desperate to really try to get a powerful hit on Floyd. He was swinging so hard that Floyd moved like 4 seconds ago and he's like swinging at the ropes. Hilarious. Number 3. Canelo Alvarez not willing to touch gloves with Floyd Mayweather after the low blow he landed on him. So Floyd and Canelo Alvarez, they basically get into a little exchange. Canelo Alvarez hits him with a low blow. The referee breaks him up, separates him, makes sure Floyd's good. Usually, it's customary that fighters touch gloves at this point to show, it's still sportsmanship. They're here to compete. Canelo Alvarez, maybe out of being fear of Ortiz, he said no, and he didn't touch gloves. And we've seen this before because he also refused to share or hold the belt for pictures at the weigh-in the day before. So, he just wasn't having it. It's obvious he just wanted to be the bad guy that night, or he really doesn't like Floyd. Number 2, Canelo Alvarez gaining 13 pounds in 24 hours to bulk up his weight from 152, which was the weigh-in a day before, to being 165 the fight day. Now, I'm not the biggest boxing fan, and I'm not the biggest person who would know how fighters train or regimen their body and how their weight fluctuates, but he came in 13 pounds heavier. He looks extremely bigger than Floyd. And at first I was like, damn, this guy looks like he just bulked up. But, however, it didn't matter. He looked pretty sluggish. He looked tired. The last few rounds, he wasn't doing much. And he also seemed frustrated, too, because he seemed kind of out of breath. And he wasn't keeping up with the energy that Floyd had through the whole fight. Floyd looked like he could go another 12 rounds doing the same thing. And it was clear that Canelo Alvarez, he was even too tired to do what he needed in the last few rounds because he was getting schooled all the whole fight. He needed a knockout, and he was too tired to even really approach Floyd or really be that aggressive to try to get that knockout. So, him actually getting back to that 165 or bulking up to 165 really backfired against him. And number 1, and this is the most egregious offense last night. Everybody who watched the fight, and even if you didn't watch the fight, you just saw the scorecard on Twitter, online, you probably said, huh? The 114 draw by one of the referees, which made absolutely no sense. The scorecards from the other 2 referees had it clearly in Mayweather's favor, but there was this one referee who did not give Mayweather the win. It was a draw. 114. The referee's name was CJ Ross. And it was clear that she was not watching the same fight that everyone else was watching. She was also the same person who actually scored Bradley over Pacquiao that contributed to that decision with Pacquiao and Bradley. However, something has to be done about CJ Ross. I'm all for women being involved in sports and also being involved in boxing. But you can't have one of the few representatives in the sport who is a woman really making it bad for other women who probably do want to get in the sport. One bad decision or a couple bad decisions by CJ Ross validates the stereotype that a lot of men and a lot of people have in general that says women just don't know what's going on with sports. And women can be good judges of what is actually taking place in a sporting event. So something has to be done about CJ Ross. Shout out to my man Floyd. He definitely took the high road. He could have just went in on her, but he didn't go in on her. He said whatever the judges do, he can't control. But it was obvious that was the worst and most egregious offense of the night, that judge had a tied scorecard. If anybody watched that fight, that was just a straight up clinic. Let me know what you guys think about it. I know a lot of people on social media was saying, yeah, Floyd was running a lot. And it's clear that you're a casual boxing fan or you're not a boxing fan at all. Floyd is one of the most technically apt boxers there is in the game. And even though his name is Floyd Money Mayweather, he's not a flashy fighter when it comes to the ring. He's a very technically sound fighter, and he does exactly what he needs to do from a boxing perspective. If you might call it running, but he's obviously not trying to get hit by the other guy. He's great at counterpunching, and he picks his spots. His jab was disgustingly nice last night. And he did everything right to the point that Canelo Alvarez got extremely frustrated. So, big shout outs to Floyd Mayweather. It's clear that he's a boxing legend. And also, it dawned on me last night that it's clear that I don't even think Pacquiao 2 years ago could have really beat Floyd. There really isn't a blueprint to beat Floyd. He's never been beat. He's never been really affected for the whole 12 rounds by anyone. There's been a couple of people who's had great 2 or 3 rounds on him and he adjusted, but no one has ever just solved the matrix and just dominated him, or at least really had him not feeling the way he usually feels in a fight. So, that's what it is. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the whole fight? What do you guys think about the results? What other ridiculous moments did I miss that you guys caught that we need to talk about? Hit the comments. And once again, that podcast is coming. I see everybody requesting it. It's DJ Academics. I'm out.